On the different shows that you're working in, like Rich Kids, at the moment Coalition, The Hustle, what have been those moments where you've actually thought it out to the point where it turned out to be the way it did because everybody came to the party and you discussed it and it became something that was memorable?
Everything on the cover.
Okay.
What was surprising about the cover was that most people really just wanted to sort of speak. And I felt like, you know, people like Euphonic have never been given the actual opportunity. We might have been misled to say, well, there's newspapers, there's magazines, there's TV shows that allow for that conversation to happen. But what had happened really there was that a constant conversation with all the 4 people that we had. We really want to tell your story, but we want to tell it your way.
Yeah.
We want you to come on. We want you to produce it with us. We just want to know what you think about these things. No story, old or new, felt out of place. It was just like, why does this story, the Bonang story with Euphonic, is so old, but why does it feel like it's still, because the person himself was there present to tell what was never settled. So I felt like moments like that happened on the cover.
The episode of Strip Down where we shot with Zion is probably a classic example of that, because Liquid Deep at the time was going through something.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call it. I don't know if it was a breakup.
There's a V Entertainment insert on that.
Yes. They were going through something.
Legend got the scoop for us.
Okay, cool. They were going through
We dealt with
something.
the behind the scenes.
We dealt with this behind the scenes. And at times, we couldn't even find anybody in the band. Like, you couldn't find them. Rehearsal sessions, you're sitting in rehearsal like, where are they? And you can't find them, and etc. Long story short.
That was a horrible day.
And then Zion did come to rehearsal. And then rehearsal was epic. It's like we sat there, we mapped out everything. We're like, okay, cool, you're gonna be here, I'm gonna be here. So Zion's supposed to be here, cool. And then Razor, he's supposed to be here, cool. You know? And then it's like, okay, cool, time to lights, everything set. Where's Razor?
Razor.
So we shot without him. I still don't know where he is. But it's just one of those things where at least half of the party, me and Zion, just looked me in the eye like, we're gonna finish this thing. But he still couldn't explain to me what was going on. And I still don't know what's going on. That's how
I think
like,
he doesn't know
it's
what's going on
it's like this,
as well.
It's almost like this just loop. But regardless, it still made for an epic episode just because Zion himself committed.
Yeah.
So that for me was like just one of those moments where, you know, we dealt with something uncomfortable but still had a beautiful product. Some guys I can't mention, but there was one artist who literally dropped us completely last minute.
It happens way too much. And the thing about it is you almost want to tell people is there's nothing bad about saying you can't make it. There's nothing saying, guys, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just say it rather than
Leave me hanging.
not bitch.
Yeah.
Leave me hanging. Did we had on Soul Sessions,
Yes.
and this is an artist I will not mention. Bless her heart till today. She made us wait an entire day, and literally her manager kept on going, she's coming, she's on her way. She's just at an interview at the station, but she's on her route. Until like 4 o'clock, and we were like, we could have made a backup plan. Just couldn't. But it happens all the time.
We had the exact same thing, season 1 of I Am. We waited an entire day
Yeah.
for someone who I don't think pitched at the end of the day.
No, they didn't.
No, they
But
didn't. Yeah.
You see, the thing is, that's why the team is very important. You know, we can sit here and say, no, it came together. But you know, your team is very important to that process. And I learned this through actually working at DLD. Everyone at DLD is on. Your team there is actually the key.
Absolutely, without fail.